Hi, here's a video on using fungus in the kitchen. How to make koji or miso. And with koji you can make miso, sake, and some kind of Japanese fermented drinks. Natto and tempeh. So for this, what's really convenient and something that I find is worth investing is one of these Inkbird temp controllers. They're about $30, and it's basically a transformer. So you plug it into just a simple crock pot like this, and the Inkbird it has a temp sensor. So you basically put the temp sensor in there. I like to fill it with some water, and then I put my beans or whatever or rice in like a simple airport style jar, just a bell jar with a hole drilled in the lid, or one of these deli containers that I use for agar and grain spawn cultivation. Fill it with water, put that sucker in there, and then the temp controller will turn your crock pot into an incubator and keep it at the exact temperature you want. So to set this, right now it's at 70, you just hold the set button and then you can change it. So natto is pretty high. It incubates at around between 100 and 110. The tempeh and the koji incubate at around 90, and they just take a few days. The tempeh, you just incubate if you're gonna do koji, like you're gonna do a miso. So first of all, miso you just incubate it for a few days until the fungus has taken over, and then you set it in a dark place to ferment. There's recipes online. I'm not going to go into it. This is just a video to give you the visual. Tempeh just takes a few days. You can totally see it. Very vigorous mycelium growth. And the natto, it takes about 24 hours. You can't really see it until you start to dig into it, and then you get that nice, slimy, stinky, boogery goop that you get with natto. So this is all you need. It's about $40 worth of equipment. And if you are interested in growing mushrooms or brewing or just using fungus in the kitchen, this is a great little setup to get you started. And the cool thing is you can buy all these cultures on eBay or Amazon. And then once you've bought them, you can just expand them indefinitely onto rice. Obviously this isn't something I bought off Amazon, but I just took the koji culture, expanded it onto rice, blended it up, and then you just sprinkle a little bit of that onto your cooked beans or cooked rice or whatever, and you've got your koji in the making. And the same with the natto and the tempeh starters. You can just expand them forever and ever onto rice. Here's just some examples of some kojis that I've made. It's fun to experiment with different beans. Most koji you're gonna get is made with soybeans, but this home process is so fun because you can make tempeh with any kind of bean, not just soybeans. It's really cheap and it really boosts the nutritional value. So here's some of the kojis, if we can see. That's a mung bean koji, pinto bean koji, garbanzo bean, black bean, and I think that's a red bean koji. I wish I could transmit a smell through YouTube because they all smell really different, very aromatic and very wonderful. So yeah, if you want to just invest 40 or 50 bucks into some basic equipment, you can get started doing this in your own home.